Hey guys, and welcome back to the last day of Vlogmas. I'm so sad it's all over. This is the last day of my 12 days of Spookmas or Vlogmas, and last year I started this tradition that I wanted to do going forward, which was the last day of my version of Vlogmas, however I would call it. I wanted to do a spin-off version of Billie Eilish's same interview video. In this video, she always starts with similar questions, and then as the years go on, the questions kind of change. But for my video, I'm just going to keep them all of the same questions from the previous video, and then in this video, obviously the same questions, and then the next year when I do this video again, it'll still be the same questions to see how I grow and evolve and learn. And man, have we grown and evolved and learned in this past year, clearly. And so let's just get into this video because I'm excited to see what my answers were last year compared to this year's. So I have all of the questions that I wrote down from my last year video on a piece of paper. So if you hear this throughout the video, that's because I'm holding this piece of paper. The first question was, what is your name? And my name is still Carrie. It hasn't changed, obviously. What day is it? The date is December 12th, 2023. How many Instagram and YouTube subscribers do you have? So currently on Instagram, I have 2,404, and on YouTube, I have 12,950. I almost wasn't going to answer this question because this question just perpetuates the idea that the more subscribers you have, the better of a human you are. And comparing it to the things that I've learned over this past year, it does not matter what subscriber count you have, you still are a good human inside. And so do with that what you will, but for the sake of the video and just to see how I've grown with the channel, I'm saying these numbers out loud, obviously. How are you feeling today? Well, today is a weird day. I started off the morning pretty good, and then the day kind of went into a slump because I've obviously changed over the past year. I mean, obviously this whole setup is completely different than anything I've ever done, and I love it so much and it brings me so much joy. And so when you put that out on the internet, especially when you put it out on short form content, people only see 6 seconds of you and they don't get to know you, and they judge you pretty hard. If you are watching this video, know that everybody has different likes and interests, and if you're judging someone for things that they like that make them happy, you are spreading more hate than love. I just do not want to be a part of that type of personality. I don't want to be someone who goes to somebody else's content and tells them how awful of a person they are because they painted their walls black. I mean, come on. Right now, I'm going to be visiting some friends, and I got to hang out with Mike all day, and you know, hang out with Calvin, and it was a fun day. Whereas there was a little bit of a you know, in the day, I'm turning it back around and just looking at the bright side and the positive sides, because sometimes that's all you can do. Biggest thing to happen in your career. So I have no idea what I said last year, but I would first of all like to say that I do not have a career. I've worked really hard at keeping up with this YouTube channel over the past year, and you know, grinding away and just making things that make me happy within the past like 3 months, and just really exploring this side of me. And whereas I don't have a career right now, I hope that by me opening up and showing my true self and telling, you know, the internet the things that I like and the things that make me happy, hopefully that will help me in my career and get a career by working and collaborating and helping other like-minded individuals on this platform. There's nothing more than I would love to go ghost hunting with other creators that are close to me, or helping edit videos for other creators, or just being around like-minded like-minded people, because that is one thing that I've learned over this past year that I really want to be a part of. I really want to be a part of other people's creative process. I just want to collaborate with others and just be in this creative field and like help them succeed, create something that's so cool. Hopefully by maybe next year, I will meet some really awesome individuals and we'll hopefully make some really cool stuff together. What advice would you give yourself a year ago? Oof. So I didn't get a chance to look back at that video because every time I look back at like one of my old videos, I just want to hug that girl. Like, and I say this right now, and I know in another year I'm gonna be like, I just wanted to hug that girl, but it truly is. Like, the piece of advice I would have given myself a year ago would be like, girl, just be yourself. I am myself, like I was myself in those videos for 100% sure. This whole aesthetic that I've got behind me and just this is so me on the inside. Yeah, it's gonna ruffle feathers and stuff, but that's not on me, that's on the people that are getting their feathers ruffled. Like, I'm not hurting anybody, I'm not scamming people, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just telling the world who I am and who I want to be. I literally would tell myself, girl, you've got some amazing qualities and you need to figure out how to use those qualities, and you just gotta really be yourself. And you gotta really be yourself, and you really gotta lean into the things that make you so happy and smile, and you gotta decorate your house the way that makes you smile and you happy. And that's literally what I would tell myself a year ago, because man, I can't imagine, like after I got this whole setup, like it's not completely done, but I have obviously decorated it more than what it was in like Vlogmas Day 1 or Vlogmas Day 2 or whatnot. It looks different, obviously. If I would have known how happy that would have made me, like I would have done it so long ago. But yeah, that's basically what I would have told myself a year ago. What's the most important thing to you right now? The most important thing to me right now is, I'm gonna go back to an old one that I always used to tell myself, which is really, really sad. Just being happy. Protecting my peace and being happy. Being okay with like people not understanding this stuff and not understanding like my connection to the other side and my connection with like being able to see, hear, feel, and things that like a lot of people suppress or say that aren't real, but I know that they're real. And it's so important for me to just protect my own peace and like protect my anxiety and body and everything that has to do with like me on the inside, just protecting that peace and knowing that like what I'm doing is the right thing and it's not something that I should be ashamed of. Honestly, that's the most important thing to me right now. I mean, obviously in a grand scheme of things, another important thing is, being healthy and happy in my relationship with Mike and my family members and all of that stuff too, but like more of a centered on me focus, it would literally be just protecting my peace from the negativity that a lot of people spread online. And man, is that hard to do sometimes. Do you feel pressure? Don't feel as much pressure as I did last year. Like last year I felt as though I had this responsibility that I had to perform and put out a certain amount of content in order for somebody to want to subscribe to my channel or to even find me, which in some ways that's kind of true, but it's also not. Well, long form content has been going like down in views in the recent years, and short form content is going up for views. And so the pressure to stay quote unquote relevant or to grow your channel or whatever, and to be noticed by others and to possibly collab with other creators in the future, obviously, unfortunately, numbers do matter. Last year I felt a lot of pressure, but this year I don't feel as much pressure because last year I was scrambling, freaking out that I wouldn't be able to get 12 videos done. Over the course of a whole year, I've been able to get faster and better at my editing and just being more organized in general, and that has helped me out a lot. And so since I am better and I've gotten those skills more honed in, I got up like 10 videos within like a few days. A few years ago that would have been like, not the case, but I don't feel much pressure right now in this current moment, no, not with my YouTube channel. What did you eat today? So actually, me and Michael went out to breakfast and I had an omelet and he had some French toast. It was really fun because we don't really go out out to breakfast that much just because when the weekend comes, we both want to sleep in and just chill out and just eat whatever food we have at home. So we don't really go out to breakfast too much, but this morning we were doing a little bit of traveling and I said, you know what, we should go out to breakfast because, you know, I like spending time with him and he obviously enjoys spending time with me. And so we had breakfast and then I had ate a few like protein bars in between there, and right now we're about to go and eat some more food with friends and stuff. And so yeah, that's basically what I ate today. How is your home currently? So this is funny. Obviously, my home front has gotten like a huge makeover, especially in this room. I think last year I talked about possibly like decorating it more and making it more like a vibe that I like. This year I just decided that I wanted to start with this room, make it all spooky and like decorate it the way that makes me happy, and it turned out so good. And so now I'm gonna be decorating one of our back rooms that I have, and I'm really excited for that process. And I haven't gotten to it yet. Obviously, we know, if you didn't watch a few videos back where I talked about and cried about how, you know, I'm not much of a decorator, but there were reasons behind that. Doing this just made me realize, like, girl, you gotta start doing this stuff to your house because it makes you so happy. And so I'm really excited how this is turning out. And yeah, it's just, I can't wait to like, you know, update. Like, there's things in the bathroom that I want to update, like the tile on the floor, it's just old. And there's other things in like the kitchen that I want to do. And I'm just really excited for that. So since I started in this room and made it like the coolest vibe that I could think of that would match me, I can't imagine how that other room and other parts of the house is going to look once I start and once I get done. Ooh, here's one. What constructive criticism would you give your fans? I have a lot of really solid fans. I have fans that will comment every single time I upload a video, they leave a comment. I have fans that will DM me on Instagram and will talk and stuff. This goes out to all of the people that don't like know me. This would be just, why are you being so negative? Don't be mean. Like, my concept is everybody that I ever meet, I'm always nice to them because they're a human, they have human needs and wants and thoughts. And when you see somebody online that's like not your vibe, for me, I just keep scrolling. I don't stop, take time out of my day to even waste that negative energy onto somebody else's page, because I hate to break it to you, but we see the comments. Creators see the comments, and if they don't see the comments, it's because either there's such a big platform that like they're not controlling their comments anymore. But like smaller creators like myself, like we see the comments, and it blows my mind when people just think it's okay to leave mean stuff. It's just so weird. So constructive criticism is maybe think before you type, or think before you hit the send button. Just because you're seeing a 6-second video or whatnot of a person, you do not know their whole life story. And I guarantee you, if you were to sit down with that individual and talk to them and learn their life story, you would want them to win too. And a mature, responsible other person that you're meeting and you want them to win, they're gonna want you to win too. To the fans that like love me and support me, I see your comments, I see your DMs, and you guys, there's a few of you that will like just be my ride or dies forever. Do you get free stuff? I don't know if I like talked about this last year. I think I did. I think the last free thing I ever got was from Brad Mondo, but that was it. Like, I don't get free stuff, but no, I don't get free stuff. How big is your entourage? My main squad, obviously, Tara Coral, my friend Ashley, Mike, my brother Brian, my dad. I don't really have many more people. So yes, my entourage, me, brother Brian, my dad, my other family members, Tara Coral, Ashley. Oh, and Mr. Calvin Patches. What question do you hate being asked? I currently hate being asked, and I've never talked about this on this platform, and I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna reveal what I currently do for a day job. It's what I do for a normal job. It's not that I hate it, I respect the heck out of people that do this job, because not a lot of people want to do this type of job. And when people see me doing this job, they don't know what to do with me because it's such an out of the box type of thing. When people ask me what I do for my job, it's the questions that come after, like, really? You? Why? How come? And it's like, it's fine to have a normal everyday job to sustain yourself because you're there for the insurance. I mean, let's be real, that's the main reason why I'm there. And to have dental insurance, my God, like, I don't got the money to pay out of pocket for dental. Are you kidding me? Currently, I would love to be in a creative career, but I'm not. And the location that I'm in, creative jobs are just not something that are around here. You know what I mean? And so currently that's what I hate being asked, because I have so much more to offer the world, and I have so many other creative and artistic and funny outlets that I do, that I put a lot of hard work into, that people at my job don't see. Or like, if people meet me in real life, they don't realize that I do all of this stuff behind the scenes, because it's not something that I like. When I meet a new person, I'm not like, hi, my name is Carrie, I have a YouTube channel, you should go, like, oh my God, please God, no. I could never do that. Hopefully one day I will work at a job or a career or whatever that I'm like really passionate about and that I love, but like right now it's just not where my heart is. And when your heart is not in the place where it needs to be, you gotta somehow figure out how you gotta switch that, and I'm working really, really hard to switch that. So that would be my answer for this question. What about next year? What about next year? I honestly have no idea what's in store for next year. I do know that I'm going to be definitely going back to the graveyard. I live in an area where it gets cold and snowy in the winter, so ghost hunting outside is probably not gonna be the most ideal thing. I wanna make more fun memories with my friends, my Tara and Coral and Ashley, and you know, my brother Brian and my other siblings, and enjoy the company of my dad, and just create those type of memories, because my channel has been evolving since day one, and one of the things that always stays true is my friendships that I have with this channel, that I've gotten from this channel, and the relationship that I have with Mike and my family, and obviously Kelvin. And I'm just so happy that all of these cool freaking people are in my life, because not a lot of people like have those types of friends or family members where they can literally be themselves 100% and not have somebody judge you for it. Because, you know, I've always felt like I've never fit in. I might appear physically like a normal blonde girl from the Midwest, but deep down I've always felt like I've never truly fit into any type of group. I've always felt like the odd one out, or like the odd one that has like these huge goals and dreams and like just loving all this weird stuff, and or things that are deemed weird. The fact that I have for sure 3 friends that I consider like my best friends, and they all love this same stuff that I do. It's like, I tell myself this all the time, and I've told myself this in the past year, that like, even if I don't do YouTube long term, if I stop doing it, I don't know, next year or maybe in a couple years, and I'm just like, peace out, bye, and do a cold cut and just cold cut, cold turkey, oh my God. At least I'll have 3 friends that I made from this channel, because I mean, that's all I really need. It's just a few solid people that are like, yeah, I like you because you are you, and that's all I need. What makes you happy in a relationship? This is an excellent question. Over the past year, one of the things that I realized that I really need in a relationship is communication. And this is something that you would think wouldn't be something that I would really want, or at least that I didn't think I really wanted. I'm usually the one that talks way more than Michael, because Michael is more of just like a quiet individual. He'll talk to people, like he has no problem with conversation, but like if I'm talking, I tend to like talk a little more. But one thing that I really needed, and I realized this year, is like the back and forth communication. Not me just constantly spilling out stuff and then me saying stuff and having him respond, or like him saying things out loud and me being like, oh, I don't know, let's talk about it. I would definitely say the back and forth communication and just talking about things, and that really fills my cup up and makes me feel really good when I'm in a discussion with Michael and we're going back and forth and bouncing ideas off of each other, or just, you know, mundane questions or things that I think of. Yeah, that is something that, you know, I said that I needed, and now I got that. So it's really freaking awesome. Describe your style in 3 words. This is great. Not only has my room changed, but my style has changed too. I put this orange in my hair back in the beginning of October, and it was funny because a lot of people thought I was doing it for like Halloween, but I did it because I've always wanted to put a color in my hair. I didn't want to put it all over my hair because A, it's expensive, B, the upkeep is crazy, and you have to like bleach your hair, and that's just so much damage. And so I've worked really hard to get my hair nice and not bleach fried, and so I thought, let's just do, well, actually my hairdresser suggested, let's just do the peekaboo underneath and we'll do whatever color you want. And I said I want to do orange because orange will match a lot of the clothes that I wear, like green and gray and blue, red. I mean, it goes with, and black, obviously. It goes with a lot of different colors that I personally wear because I wasn't really ready to just get all kinds of different colors to make my hair match, which you don't have to make your hair match your clothes, but for me and just like my evolving style, it was something that was kind of important to me. I've also started to wear jeans more. Like last year, I was wearing leggings and like big baggy sweatshirts 24/7. Over the past couple of months, I'm like, you know what? Why don't you buy just a few nice pair of jeans? You can buy some baggy jeans and try out different styles. Exploring style was something that I really wanted to do this fall, and I feel like it's just going to keep elevating. I really want to get out of wearing leggings all the time because I want my 13-year-old self to look at me and think, dang, that girl is so cool. She looks so cool. And I'm living basically what my 13-year-old self wanted me to be. And that was too shy and awkward and self-conscious to do. So my style has gotten a glow up, and we're gonna keep exploring this. So it's gonna be interesting what I say and how I look next year. What's your favorite movie? If we're going to look at it as like a Christmas movie, obviously The Muppets Christmas Carol, which I realized the other day, The Muppets Christmas Carol is literally a ghost story. And my mind was like, pfft. And I never really realized this until somebody on Reels or something said that, and I was like, of course, my favorite movie would be a ghost movie that's in the form of a Christmas movie. Like, duh. Biggest thing I'm struggling with. Oh man. The biggest thing I'm struggling with right now is just trying to find my personal place in the world, or my personal place within the spooky community on YouTube and Instagram, because since I'm still so new to it, and when I say new to it, I mean like being open and being honest about like, yeah, this stuff I just find super, super interesting and I've always have, but like be more public about it, is trying to figure out and navigate that, try to see where I should fit in and where I shouldn't fit in, and just trying to make my content like me, but I obviously have a spookiness to it. And so just navigating the whole like, what videos am I going to upload on this channel moving forward? Am I going to constantly upload like graveyard videos, or am I gonna start uploading more like astrology stuff? Because I have such a wide range of interests when it comes to the macabre and the taboo stuff. I find all of that stuff just so fascinating and interesting, and I have such an open mind to like the what if. Like, yeah, it might not be real, it might not be this, it might not be that, but what if? I always have the what if, the wonder of the unknown, and the things that we just don't, in the end, we just do not know. Moving forward, there's probably going to be a lot of mix of spookiness and like astrology, even though astrology isn't spooky, but like you get it. It's all in that realm of, oh no, it's so bad. Like, sorry, it just makes me laugh sometimes when people are like afraid of things like that, because it's just like, it's planets, yo. It's not that big of a deal, man. I'd say the biggest thing right now is just figuring out where I should land on this platform and where my community is. I know these people are out there. I see other large creators, literally what I'm doing the exact same way. They have an amazing, awesome community of people that are supportive and there for these people. and I'm just weeding out all of the negative, like people that don't like this stuff and like don't like my content. I'm just weeding through those weeds until I find my tribe, and I know I will, and I know they're out there because I see it on other people's platforms, and I just know in the coming months I'm going to find them. Like I just know they're out there. And the one thing I've always thought in my mind was whenever I'm having like a bad day, I always think to myself, man, I'm having such an awful day. But then I think if I just wait a few more months or maybe another year, think of all of the other new people, more fascinating people that I will be able to meet that will turn into lifelong friendships, that they'll be able to provide me with something that I need internally to grow as a human, and what I will hopefully be able to give to them for them to grow as a human. And that's honestly one of the biggest things that keeps me going, is knowing that there are people out there right now that don't even realize that I exist, and that I don't even realize that they exist, and that somehow our paths are going to just cross one day and we're going to become like thick as thieves. And I know this is going to happen. That would be my biggest thing I'm struggling with right now. All right, if you've made it to the end of the video and you are still watching, you are a real one. I just want to say thank you everybody for watching all of the 12 videos this year. I do not know if I will be doing this next year. We'll have to see how I feel. I hope you guys enjoyed this season of Vlogmas because it was really, really fun for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.